So we've been talking a lot about this whole redistricting problem that we are having in this country. And it started with Texas redrawing their maps mid-decade to favor Republicans. They want to get rid of 5 democratically controlled seats and make them preferentially Republican or potentially Republican, but we won't know until the election happens if it actually works. Well, Gavin Newsom has followed suit, and he has come up with new maps for California that would eliminate 5 Republican-controlled seats. And that goes before the voters this fall, and if approved, that will be the map they use next year. And there are other states that have entered the fray. But Donald Trump is terrified of losing the House in the midterms. He's afraid of getting impeached. He's afraid of getting embarrassed and being looked at as weak because he lost the House. And I think on some level he knows this is the end of his political capital. After he gets through the midterms, he cannot run for another election, and his influence is going to be pretty much done. And if he ends on a losing note, the Republicans are going to be more willing to move away from him and his influence for the 2028 general. What is he going to do about it? Well, Republicans have already tried to sue Gavin Newsom and lost in state court in California. Now Donald Trump is directing the DOJ to sue Gavin Newsom and the state of California over these new maps to prevent them from doing the same thing that he is encouraging and asked Texas to do. It's hypocrisy in plain sight. But that's what he's doing. That's how he operates. I can do it, but you can't. And it's ridiculous. And I don't anticipate him actually succeeding. However, I think he's trying to get this all the way to the Supreme Court. But if he gets it to the Supreme Court, what he doesn't realize is that if they say, well, you can't redistrict mid-year regardless, then Texas's map is out. But then at least if he does it that way, the Democrats don't get their additional seats. He's worried about being embarrassed in the midterms. He's trying everything he can do to cheat. It's not working. This is also an attempt to appear tough against Gavin Newsom, who has been coming out attacking Donald Trump, making Donald Trump-style posts and embarrassing Donald Trump that way. So he's trying to look tough against Gavin Newsom. It's not working, but he's trying. And all of that is still a distraction from the Epstein files, which he's trying so desperately to get away from. But he wants to spin the narrative. Look at all the things I'm accomplishing. I'm making sure Gavin Newsom can't get his way in California, etc. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's a long shot at best. But he's got to try to do something here. So it's open hypocrisy, but it's not going to work. I think the voters in California are going to approve these maps, and we're going to be faced with the redistrict Texas and California in 26.